Hello, I'm Helen Cross, the current president of the International League Against Epilepsy, and it gives me great pleasure to bring greetings on today, International Epilepsy Day, the 13th of February 2023. Epilepsy is one of the most common neurological diseases, affecting around 50 million people of all ages around the world. Epilepsy is a brain disorder characterized by abnormal electrical activity that can cause seizures or unusual sensations, abnormal movement, and sometimes loss of awareness. Epilepsy is, however, treatable. Despite the fact, however, that epilepsy can be controlled with medication, and for some people, also surgery, there remains considerable stigma and misperceptions about this medical disorder everywhere in the world. Epilepsy is not contagious. No one can catch it. It is not spiritual. It is not caused by bad spirits. And epilepsy is not someone pretending. It is a well-recognized and very well-researched medical condition that is real and can be treated. As many as 70% of people with epilepsy can live seizure-free with appropriate diagnosis and use of cost-effective and commonly available anti-seizure medications. The International League Against Epilepsy is working in partnership with governments, the World Health Organization, and other organizations for other neurological disorders to ensure that by 2031, 90% of people with epilepsy know that their disorder is a treatable medical disorder, and that at least 80% of all people with epilepsy, no matter where they live in the world, have access to the medicines that can help control their seizures. But medicines alone are not enough. People with epilepsy can live full lives, but only if they are included in society. In too many places in the world, stigma and misunderstanding lead to discrimination and exclusion. Children with epilepsy are often not allowed to go to school, even though they desperately want to and are keen and are able to learn. In some parts of the world, people with epilepsy are prohibited by law from getting married or from taking up many forms of employment, despite there being absolutely no reason why this should happen. The Intersectoral Global Action Plan on Epilepsy and Other Neurological Disorders that was adopted by all member states at the World Health Assembly in May 2022 lays out a number of targets for the world to achieve by 2031. Included in the Global Action Plan is a call for all governments to invest in increasing awareness of what epilepsy is, and very importantly, what it is not. The plan also calls for governments to review their legislation, remove all discriminatory clauses, and critically, replace them with wording that upholds rather than denies the rights of people with epilepsy. Today, on International Epilepsy Day, we come together to move forward in tackling head-on the myths and stigma that are causing so much harm, to work together on raising awareness and tackling discrimination, and to strive for a world where no person's life is limited by epilepsy.